Hello everyone. This review has been a long time coming. The Shaldon from Mhoba. This is still not available in Illinois, but a very kind friend of the channel was willing to mule it over to me. So we're going to review it today. This is a high ester Mhoba. Mhoba from South Africa. They're distilling their own cane juice. They have an absolutely bonkers set of stills. If you haven't seen pictures of it, go look. It looks like something from out of a Lovecraft short story. So I'm very, very excited to review this. But it needs a sparring partner. And for that, we have got... What is this? What is this? Smuggler's Reserve Jamaica Overproof White Rum. I happened to spot this when making a recent online order. I had no idea what it was or where it was coming from, but I had to have it because I have to Pokemon every single Jamaican Overproof White Rum, just as I have to Pokemon all the Clarins. Let me get the Mhoba poured, and then we'll tell you a little bit more about this, so far as I can, tell. Oh, God, I can smell it from here. All right. This is going to be a wild ride. Okay. So, Smuggler's Reserve. What is this? Well, it doesn't really give you any indication. Distilled from sugarcane, pot and column stills, blend number 9, whatever that means. And the best hint you get is this little bit that says bottled for Infinity Spirits. Infinity Spirits is Amsterdam-based. Let me get this a little bit more. They're Amsterdam-based, and they are the suppliers for store chains like Aldi, like Total Wine. So that's them. They are the kind of anonymous providers for all these store brands you see. And apparently at some point they made themselves a Jamaican Overproof rum. So I'm going to give this a shot and review it, tell you if it's any good, and if you should run out and buy it. Jamaica. I mean, yeah, you're not calling Jamaican white Overproof rum with this. I am getting... well, first of all, there's a fair bit of olive juice, and green olive, black olive, fennel, but also quite a lot of rock candy elements, but also jelly beans. Also, fruit. What fruit? Hard to tell. It's like cherry, but almost blended in with pine. So, imagine there's a cherry pineapple soda. I know it doesn't sound like the best thing, but that's kind of what's going on here. A little bit of orange, lime as well. A couple of rocks thrown in there for fun. A little bit of seawater. More rock candy. I mean... This is just over $20 for a bottle, so already, I'm delighted with this. White pepper. Something else, something hard to tell, something slightly savory. A little bit of a, what is it, like a tomato note? Not like a, what a little thing, like a tomatillo. There's a little bit of a tomatillo note in this. Lightly floral, just some kind of mixed wildflowers. Floral rock candy, I guess. And some roasted carrots. Why not? A little bit of a root vegetable note. We're not in Ray and Nephew territory, which really throws candied yams and sweet potatoes at me. Or yeah, there's a little nod in that direction. On the palate. I don't think you can screw these up. Like I think I could make a good overproof Jamaican rum if I just started with the materials. Yeah, I mean, if you're in whatever the heck chain store sells this, or some other relabeled version of this, get it, grab it. It's great. This will make an absolutely killer Cuba Libre that will absolutely leave you with a god-awful hangover. Presents very sweet. This is one of those rums that really arrives and you think, Jesus, is this... They dump a ton of sugar on this, but not syrupy on the back end. Very dry on the back end. So, no. It just presents very sweet. I don't know why exactly. Rock candy, jelly beans. There's a little bit of gummy worms in this. So like old candy. But also fennel, salted licorice, mixed olives. A little bit of that like slightly herbaceous tomato thing, like the tomatillo thing. Cherry pineapple soda thing again, lime peel, orange peel. A little touch of oolong tea in there. A couple of wet rocks. It's not, how do I put this? It feels like a very, initially it feels very one note because it is so very sweet. But it isn't one note. It's like a sonority which you can kind of pick apart and find different little things going on. Is this beating Wray and Nephew Overproof? I don't think so. But it's not that far behind. I forgot my eyedropper. I'll be right back. I got it. I got the eyedropper. We are back. Literally everything but the eyedropper. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably get up to 6. Hold on. I'll do 6. Okay. Now for the main event. Here we go. I've been a little bit hot and cold on Mhoba. I really, really love the what was the 151 they did, or whatever that was. You know what I'm talking about. The Strand. Awesome stuff. Then I had a couple of other Mhobas that kind of made me lose my faith a little bit. And I tried the Velier release last year that kind of restored all my faith. And now I'm really curious to see what this one is all about. The Shaldon, named after the blender apparently, and this is a blend of the GHE and GHE-1.5 marques, some of my favorites. Single and double distillation. Lot number 2025 TS1. And I don't know what else to say about this. I just want to stick my nose in because I can smell it from here. God almighty. The first thought I have is take a bag of Skittles, take a whole bag of Skittles, wrap them up, hammer the crap out of them until they like break into pieces. Take the Skittle pieces, put them in some lassi, like yogurt drink. Put them in your lassi, mix them around, stick your nose in that. That's kind of what this smells like. It is a crazy mix of fruit madness and like delicious salted yogurt drink. And it's amazing. Also extremely floral. We have got the Trelawny flowers turning into rocks, turning back into flowers thing, which is always going to be a winner for me. Along with the Skittles, we have got some more conventional fruity stuff going on. Blueberries. Just like blueberries above all, but also just a huge old mix of cherries. Berries. Wild berries. Rocks. Wet rocks. Turning into flowers. But also some chalk. We haven't completely left planet Earth behind. Like, there's a little bit of olive on this too. A little bit of like a tomato leaf kind of character. Basil character as well. It smells almost like pumpkin pie spices in here. Like bay leaf and maybe a touch of ginger. Wild stuff. Yeah. What I find fun about Mhoba is, in comparison to something like the Clarins, right? Which are also cane juice based and also very, very stinky in the best possible way. Like the Clarins are, spontaneous fermentation using native cane varietals, right? So it's very much like it's psychedelic, it's weird, it's crazy, but that's just how it came out. There's a very much terroir element. Mhoba feels very much like they engineered it to be like this. It is directed madness, and I don't know if I like it more, but I cannot help but appreciate this. Someone made this and thought, by God, let's put this on the UF shelves. Just not in Chicago. Apparently it's in Indiana, but it has not made it to Binny's yet. What are we doing, guys? More chalk, white pepper. There is like a cupcake element to this too. It's like a child's birthday cupcake thing. Okay, bonkers stuff. Sage. But, I mean, at the core of this is Skittles mixed with lassi. I don't know what else to tell you. Just tons of other things going on. Killer nose. Yeah, not like anything else out there. Not even like, some of the crazier stuff coming out of Trelawny. This is its own thing. On the palate. I don't have it for comparison, but by memory, this does not taste quite as crazy as the Velier bottle from last year. We're not far away, but it's not, quite the total sensory blowout that is. This is absolutely a high ester monster that is totally out of its mind, but it feels more like we're still on planet Earth with this. Here's a weird comparison between these two I didn't think that I would be making. They both present sweet. As bonkers as the Mhoba is, it really presents like, oh, I'm eating candy right now. But then the finish is bone dry. So yeah, it's sweet lassi, cupcakes, what kind of cupcake? I don't know. Just standard birthday cupcake. Blueberries, mixed berries, even a little bit of the rock candy thing that I was getting on the Jamaican. more sweet lossy. But then, like, you've got all the other crazy stuff going on, right? You've got your rock flour rocks. You have got a little bit of pickle juice, mixed olives, which is interesting because a lot of the time with highest rums like this, you stop getting those traditional, like, olive-y fennel notes. Here they're present. You're getting a little bit of it's licorice, but it's not like old school salted licorice. This is more like black twizzlers. There's a little bit of a black twizzlers thing. Oh. More rock flowers. Pineapple, mango, some like an orange candy thing. White pepper on the back end. Killer stuff. Lightly herbaceous. There's the sage basil thing is coming through. The bay leaf thing. Pumpkin pie spices. Really, really good rum. We're in the 90s with this. I don't know how deep we're going to get. We'll find out. 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you know what? I cannot feel bad about the little Smuggler's Reserve here. This is putting up a fight. It's not going to win, but for 20 some bucks, it's not being embarrassed by this comparison. All right, Smuggler's Reserve with water on the nose. Did not like the water that much. It's still bringing a lot of like fruity elements. There's some tamarind now. Still some rock candy, florals, that tomatillo thing. But overall, it's kind of pulled back a little bit. Nice. If imagine like there was. The Moni Musk Overproof I reviewed a while back. Imagine, it's closer to that than it is to Ray and Nephew. But imagine if you could sort of blend a little bit of that with like Worthy Park DNA, and that's kind of what you're getting here. A little more peppery now as well. I mean, I think I liked it better before, but I don't think it's still a lovely nose. Maybe it's just suffering by comparison with the Mhoba, which is so bonkers. On the palate. But on the palate, the mouth presence is actually a little bit better with water. Oh, this presents so sweet. It's like Jamaican rum candy. Oh, that's delicious. Yeah, it's a good Jamaican Overproof rum. So, I mean, same kind of profile as before. You're getting a lot of orange, pineapple, cherry stuff. You were getting a little bit of savory rum notes, salted licorice, olives, that kind of thing. A little bit of florals, a little bit of tomatillo. And a lot of kind of like old school candy. And that's kind of what you're getting here. And it's, for the price, I mean, unaged rum is still like the value king for me on U.S. shelves. And this is doing nothing to dissuade me from that opinion. 86 points for the Smuggler's Reserve. Absolutely worth a grab if you see it, and you need something to add to your Overproof rum collection. Okay, back to the Mhoba. I'm going to have a sip of water. I cannot get over the lossy note. That is insane. Yeah, it's Skittles and berry lossy, and I don't know why it is like this, but I'm happy about it. More peppery with water. There's some black pepper elements coming out now. Yeah, in some ways the rummy elements of this have receded a little bit. It's hard. The olive and fennel stuff is still there. It's harder to pick out, but it does present a little bit more fruity and more peppery. So, chutes and ladders on the palate. Killer. I mean, just a great rum. A bit like some of the high ester Hampdens. This is not a complex... this isn't a development that kind of unfurls and unfolds and gives you lots of surprises in your mouth. This is a development that lands, explodes, and that's kind of what you get. But you're getting so much with this that it's... we're in the 90s. Less change on the palate than on the nose. Subtle shifts on the palate, on the nose, but palate is very, very similar to what it was before, and I'm fine with that. I am fine with this. Trelawny meets Yoplait kind of profile. I understand Mhoba's need to make some regular rums in the mix, but their high ester stuff is just on a different planet. 91 points for this. 91 points, and I think that's the same score I gave the Velier release. So what's the difference? I mean, it feels a little bit more rummy, but it also feels a little bit more like yogurt lossy driven. I don't know if that makes sense. So less overwhelmingly Trelawny-ish, if that makes sense. I have no complaints about either of these rums. 86 points for the little Smuggler's Reserve. Good job, Infinity Spirits. And 91 points for the Moa Sheldon. Grab it if you see it. Or if you're in Chicago, have a friend mule one to you. Thanks for watching, and cheers.